Olá, pessoal! Ah, someone rang the bell! Alguém tocou a campainha. Do I know who did it? Not yet, but someone did it. Alguém tocou a campainha. By the way, did you know that in Portuguese there is another way to make general assumptions like this without using alguém? You didn't? Oh, then welcome back to Plain Portuguese, where you learn another way to make general assumptions without using alguém and speak like a Brazilian. New to our channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, not the doorbell, and catch up on the lessons you have missed. They are great. In today's lesson, you'll learn something called sujeito indeterminado, which literally translates into indeterminate subject. The indeterminate subject occurs when we are unable to perceive by the context who performed an action. Grab your notebook and join me. Don't miss the tip of the day at the end of the lesson, yes, in which you will learn. No spoilers. Grab your notebook and join me and don't miss the tip of the day. Sujeito indeterminado. Sujeito indeterminado. O sujeito indeterminado happens when we are unable to perceive by the context who performed an action, who rang the doorbell. It's an alternative to statements where alguém, someone, or ninguém, no one, is the subject of the sentence. Someone broke a plate. Alguém quebrou prato. You already know how to form sentences with alguém. Link to that lesson will be available at the end of this video and also in the description box below. Alguém quebrou prato. Do you know who did it? Me neither. Then I have two options to choose from. I can use sentences with alguém or the indeterminate subject. Quebraram. Quebraram prato. In this kind of construction where the indeterminate subject is not, we must conjugate the verb in the third person plural. Eles, elas, yeah? Quebraram prato. Repita. Quebraram prato. Someone called the waiter. Alguém chamou garçom. Or, chamaram o garçom. Chamaram, third person plural, o garçom. Someone stole his cell phone. Alguém roubou o celular dele. Or, roubaram o celular dele. Roubaram o celular dele. Someone called the police. Alguém ligou para a polícia. Or, ligaram para a polícia. Ligaram para polícia. No one found his cell phone. Não encontraram o celular dele. Não encontraram o celular dele. Alguém plantou flores na praça. Or, plantaram flores na praça. Plantaram flores na praça. No trees. Não plantaram árvores. Plantaram flores. Não plantaram árvores. Plantaram flores. Cap. Someone lost a cap. Alguém perdeu boné. Perderam boné. But Bia, I see one cap and one cap only. I know it was one person and one person only, Who lost it? Yeah, should I still use the verb in the plural form? You must. So then, perderam boné. Perderam boné. What happened? O que aconteceu? Alguém bateu no seu carro? Or, bateram no seu carro? Bateram no seu carro? Alguém viu quem foi? Or, viram quem foi? Viram quem foi? Não viram quem foi. Não viram quem foi. Oh, the person who did it left you a note with a phone number on. That's thoughtful. Alguém deixou número de telefone. Or, deixaram número de telefone. Deixaram número de telefone. Now, a few examples in the future. Have I told you that I'll go to Salvador on vacation? Oh, okay, I won't, but for the sake of the class, I will. Well, I've hired a travel agency to give me some support while I'm there. And someone will pick me up at the airport. Alguém vai me buscar no aeroporto. Or, vão me buscar no aeroporto. Vão me buscar no aeroporto. But Bia, I saw in a grammar book, buscar-me-ão. I know, I saw it too. And it scared me. No, it didn't. Well, Brazilians prefer to use the future form with ir in this context, because then we can place the pronoun before the main verb, as we often do in Brazilian Portuguese. Buscar-me-ão sounds beautiful, but not so practical, yeah? So we end up preferring to use vão me buscar no aeroporto, for being more practical. Vão me buscar no aeroporto. Someone will take me to the hotel. Alguém vai me levar para o hotel. Vão me levar para o hotel. Vão me levar para o hotel. Alguém vai me encontrar no dia seguinte. Vão me encontrar no dia seguinte. Vão me encontrar no dia seguinte. Oh, someone will show me around. Alguém vai me mostrar a cidade. Vão me mostrar a cidade. Vão me mostrar a cidade, but no one will pay my expenses. Ninguém vai pagar meus gastos. Não vão pagar meus gastos. Não vão pagar meus gastos. Oh, this morning someone from the agency called me to confirm the services I hired. Alguém me ligou da agência. Me ligaram da agência. Bia, I read in the same grammar book that I cannot start a sentence with an object pronoun, and you just did it. I know, you and the book are right. But I have a very important tip for you regarding Brazilian Portuguese. Well, according to most grammar books, should I place an object pronoun at the beginning of a sentence? No. If you plan to take a proficiency test, write a more formal text, have a more formal conversation, will you place an object pronoun at the beginning of a statement? No. But if you are speaking in a more informal register, if you're texting, writing more informally, and if you want to speak like a Brazilian, then you can. Yes, then you can. We do that. Not when taking tests. Well, so let's take a look at these examples. Ligaram-me da agência. That's perfect. The sentence is correct, but it sounds too formal for us, but you can use it. Ligaram-me da agência, disseram-me que meu passeio está confirmado, pediram-me para confirmar minha data de chegada. As I said, these three sentences are grammatically accurate. The object pronoun is not at the beginning of any of them. But in Brazil, we prefer to place the object pronouns before the main verbs, resulting in some cases in sentences starting with object pronouns. This is considered grammatically wrong, yeah? But we do that here. Me ligaram da agência. Me disseram que meu passeio está confirmado. Me pediram para confirmar minha data de chegada. They called us, yeah? So then, nos ligaram da agência. Nos disseram que nosso passeio está confirmado. Nos pediram para confirmarmos nossa data de chegada. Was this tip useful to you? Yes? Do you like when the lessons have quizzes, tip of the day? Because if you do, I'll keep them. Thank you for watching another lesson and see you next time. Até a próxima. Tchau. Me chamaram. Chamaram-me.